The team couldn't break down their 10 men in the second half.
Yeah, I think it's disappointing, obviously, to lose a game and to not create as much as we should have done against 10 men. I think it's disappointing. I think overall, from last Saturday, it's a not big step, a little step forward. I think the performance, what we asked for, and let's have it right, after last week's embarrassment, wasn't that today. There was a small step. We've made baby steps this week, and I think that performance out of possession was much better. We looked like we weren't going to concede many goals. I think the 2 goals we given away was horrendous because we only had 2 shots, scored 2 goals, and that's the next level. That's the next step. I think in possession, I don't think we did enough. I think the lads cleared one off the line. It was great. Jez Sittle, she's got a score in the first half and keeps that position. I don't think we did enough in possession, which is something again we need to work on. And we're against 10 men, and sometimes you've got to give the opposition a little bit of credit. You know, they played Tuesday with 10 men and obviously learned from Tuesday, and they got in a good shape and they've made it difficult for us. And it's not rare to see teams win with 10 men, and it's not, you know, we've all won with 10 men, we've all lost with 10 men, so it's not rare. But from our point of view, we've got to be better in possession. But from last week, I think it's a baby step forward.
Do you think Charlie Casper might have done better, stronger hand with the first goal?
Yes.
So what about Satoli, which is starting to show what he can do?
Yeah, and again, he's a young lad who's come out of the academy game, full-time game, and I've worked with him a little bit at my previous club, and I think he just needs a bit of time. He'll get that here. He'll get the support off us. He gives us that pace that with him and Jordan Buckley, and we've got that pace that we need. You know, sometimes, you know, it is a threat, but when teams sit back, and we weren't good enough to get him in the game as much as we would like to. But when we did get him in the game, he looked good threat, and he's got to work on his next bit, his finishing. He wanted to score goals. I think he knows that, and we'll help him with that. Might take a bit of time, but you know, I'm sure as the season goes on, we'll see the best of him in that way.
2 moments really was Satoli had a chance when they were all at sea and put one wide, and also Lafondra, great clearance off the line by the defender, could have turned it.
Definitely, yeah. I think Jez got a score. Keepers, I just think he's got to pass it past him. I think he knows that. And then obviously, I think Alfie's done everything right. He's composed and he beat the keeper. And to be fair to the lad, you've got to give him credit there. He's come from nowhere to clear off the line. I think if that goes in, I think the game changes. But we just didn't do enough, did we, overall? You know, I don't think we caused them enough problems as we should. Even little things like sustaining pressure, we spoke about in there. Sometimes against 10 men, you've got to sustain pressure and you've got to get up the pitch. And I think I just spoke to 2 midfielders at the 70 minutes gone. They looked tired, and you know, that's when you want to obviously make changes. At the moment we can't, because you know, the ball gets cleared and we're on the front foot winning it back, and then we're pinning them back, and all of a sudden gaps open up because they can't get out. And I don't think that happened today. I think they got out, they cleared the first phase, and then the second phase will be cleared big, and then we're either challenging a big man up front, or it's out for a throw-in or a goal kick. And when you're winning with 10 men, you slow the game down, and that's what they did.
And what about injuries now? People coming. Fitzmartin possibility for Eben next week?
We'll have to just see. I think this, as I said, the training, I think the idea is he's got an outside chance. Beck Evans the same. Hopefully, we'll have a new signing in, at least one. So that's a bonus. Obviously, Declan McLaughlin's back involved. Luca Navarro can play. So that gives us options, which, you know, as you can see today, we did when we had the young lads on the pitch.
Well, thanks very much, Mark. Tough luck today, but a vastly improved performance, and see you in 7 days.
See you. Yeah.